Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Just on the back of us looking at that Salvo Precision Hunter, which has a 13.1 inch barrel. So I was wrong, I was saying 13.5, but hope you like that one. We're going to look at another model today, which is the RSAR. So the RSAR stands for Reduced Signature Assault Rifle, for the real world anyway. So you can get the new salvos in two variants. So you'll have what's considered like a rattler, spear rattler. So if I grab my rattler, which is over here, you can see if I line the bodies up roughly, it's about here. The barrel terminates around here. So the spear rattler is basically the newer style of MCX in the rattler barrel length, so it's like about 6.75 inch. The RSAR is slightly longer, and I think they classify it as like a 7.75 inch. So the RSAR, I've been trying to get one for a while from Toxicant, but their communication is very spotty. So I was literally trying to give Toxicant money to buy one. I really wanted one, and my emails or my communication to them were just being ignored. So we get a normal skeletonized side folding stock, as what we get with all the others. We get the RSAR itself. We get a gas Stanag magazine, which is good. The Stanags are the better magazines that they do, and it comes in a nice hard case, which I'm accumulating quite a lot of these hard cases, and to be honest with you, they're actually pretty damn good. So I'll be keeping these and using them to transport stuff. Right, let's get that to one side. I've got so many gun cases in here at the moment, it's unbelievable. And we'll get this thing put together. So yeah, like I said, I've been trying to get an RSAR from Toxicant for a while. What I have noticed on the Salvo RSAR is the RSAR, sorry, is that the handguard is just ever so slightly, it's got a bit of play in it side to side. When I was looking at the other one at HC2, if you haven't checked out the video that I did with Andy, you can go subscribe to the HC2 Airsoft YouTube channel. I'm sure they'd appreciate that. That one was also slightly loose, so I'm going to whack this stock on. 4mm Allen key, you do get one in the box, but I'm just going to use this wheeler one. There we go, so we whack the stock on there. You don't have to use this stock, but it's provided. And they do suit the MCXs, so there we go. I always just test to see if the connection here, it's the same 4mm Allen key used to tighten that screw. Make sure that's okay, which it is. The stocks are quite tight. If you pull it perfectly in one direction, usually it's fine. Sometimes I'll try and fold it and I just can't do it for the life of me. So, RSAR, there it is. It's a very cool looking rifle. So it's basically a Spear LT Rattler with a slightly elongated barrel. So they did another model that was like this called the CSAW. Now, I have the Toxicant CSAW, but you can get the CSAW from Salvo as well. So the Salvo Precision CSAW is a Spear LT 10.5 inch barrel, and it doesn't have the ambi-bolt release. So just so you know. Now it's going to be pretty much on point with the Hunter that we looked at, but we're going to go through it all anyway. So let's quickly punch out this pin so we can show you the improvements that they have made. Now I haven't looked at the comments on the Hunter video just yet, but I'll be showing you all this here. So usual MWS style hop adjusters. They'll take all the same style of upgrades. You'll see in here the barrel is about here, so they have a short barrel. That's to make sure that they're at a certain power limit when they're coming into the UK. If you buy them from Asia, you'll find they've got full length barrels in. So we can actually slide this off. It comes off fairly easy. So what I have done, not with mine, but with others in the past. So basically what it is there's just a little bit of space between the rail, and usually I've like squeezed the rail together with all my might. I think one I put in a vise and just squeezed it together, just to remove a bit of the play out, but we can take a look at that. So short barrel, you've got the nice 3-pronged flash hiders. So if you do have the suppressors, let me find one, but they'll take the same as the Toxicants and the Salvos. So if we wanted to, let me grab one off a rifle here. That one's not coming off. So if we wanted to pop them on there, I'm not sure if Salvo are going to be releasing the suppressors as an upgrade option. I hope that they would. So it's just the same fitment where you slide it on and it attaches on there. So, you know, these suppressors do suit them very, very well. However, if you have a particular favourite of barrel accessory, whether that's a tracer or a suppressor, you literally just under the grub screw there, and you've got a 14mm counterclockwise thread. Happy days. So this one, as well as the Hunter, comes with a stainless steel bolt. The difference in weight, because I've had a lot of people asking me about this, so if you pull the bolt assembly out of a Salvo that's like the normal cast bolt and you weigh it, it's about 202 grams. The stainless bolt assembly weighed is about 221, so it's not much at all. But you know, you're getting strength and reliability from the harder material. So we can slide this back in there, goes in nice and easy. And we'll take the magnet here. So we've got a steel hammer, steel sears, steel Z plates, steel auto sears. The bolt releases themselves are aluminium, as well as the button for the mag release. Now the actual mag release latch itself is steel, triggers are steel, and the rest of it is aluminium. So with the later versions, they've also upgraded the buffer system, so they've got away with the hard plastic. They now have a hard plastic buffer with a rubber insert, and it's spring loaded there to absorb that impact. So there you have it. QD points all over. One thing I really do like about the Spear, you know, the upgrades that they've done. I can't remember if the Hunter had this. I don't think it has. But this one has QD points built into the handguard. So you've got QD points both sides, QD points both sides, and again on the stock. So more the sling points than you can shake a stick at. So it's very much a shorter model than the Hunter. Like I say, if you're familiar with a Rattler, it's a little bit longer, like an inch longer. But this is going to be built for CQB. So I'll be tarting this up and using it in CQB when I get a chance. A lot going on at the moment. You've got the usual, like I say, side folder works. Sometimes you can find a bit of play in the stocks. This one's actually pretty good. Some of the other ones I've had, they've been a bit wobbly. Standard unbranded SIG style grip. Again, I'll be pulling that off and replacing it with my own. Most people would be doing that anyway. And yeah, the trigger on these, let's have a look, because I can't remember if I did it with the Hunter. Tiny bit of take up, and then a brake. They must have been, they feel slightly improved over like a standard MWS. So I think we've got a bit of gas in this mag. I think this is a Salvo magazine. We're out. So let's get a bit of gas in the new mag. We're going to be filling it up with some propane and making sure we've got plenty in there to do a chrono test. For this chrono test, like I said, I'll be using propane, and I will be using 0.25 gram BBs. I still think these Stanags from Double Eagle and Salvo are the better magazines that they do. They're super easy to fill, and they just seem a little bit more consistent compared to their P-mags, but you know, you can use whatever mags you want really. So let's load a round in. Let's get the chrono set up. We're set to 2.5. It's probably going to be about 0.8 joules, I reckon. 0.8 to 0.9. Oh, look at that. 0.8 joules. Now the round has fell out the barrel. This is common with a lot of gas blowbacks. All you want to do, put a little bit of hop on, and what that's going to do is when it strips the round out the magazine, it's going to hold it in. The hop rubber is going to hold the BB, because if it doesn't do that, your barrel, that BB just rolled out the barrel, and sometimes you can shoot it where it's halfway and you're getting low readings. So we might get a bit of an increase now. Not too bad. So 0.89. I'm just going to call these out now. 0.88, 0.87, 0.88, 0.87, 0.88, 0.89, 0.84, 0.86, 0.87, and 0.81. So pretty consistent there. We're obviously dropping off a little bit as the magazine gets a bit colder, but I'm just going to get rid of the rest of the mag with some full auto. Let's see how it does. Very, very nice indeed. Every round fed, and it locked back on empty. So don't worry guys, I'm going to be doing some shooting videos and stuff so you can see all these guns working. It's just I've got so many items coming in for review. Like T238 have just sent me their auto loader, so I need to get that on the go. But, you know, I liked what I saw with the Virtus. You guys know I've you know, apart from it having a cast bolt, which I fixed because I've gone and sourced a steel bolt for it. So they're doing pretty damn well. You know, they're all MWS compatible in terms of barrels, hop rubbers, the hop parts. You know, you can shove an M-pass valve in these and they're absolutely fine. The trigger systems in them are pretty robust. I haven't heard or seen anyone break one yet. The only issues, like I say, on the first round of salvos were those cast bolts breaking. So I think someone did say, it might have been J-Man from Double Eagle, saying that, you know, these can be ordered. When a distributor orders them, they can order them with the cast or with the steel bolts. Now, luckily for us, the distributor in the UK ordered them with steel bolts, which is great. It's a very good choice from them. To be honest with you, if I was Salvo, I would just bin off, you know, the cast bolts. Salvo, if you guys are listening, there's just no point in supplying these guns. I know you get, let's say you got two price points. Here's a price, Mr. Retailer, for the gun with the cast bolt. Here's a price for the steel bolt. Just get rid of the cast bolts, because it's a ticking time bomb. We know that's eventually going to break. So Salvo Precision, if you are listening, just ship these from factory with steel bolts, and all the users, I'm sure, will agree with me. It's just it's a no-brainer. So, but yeah, they're pretty snappy. The steel bolts, like I say, don't add much weight at all. The standard bolt on my scales was 202, and with the steel bolts it was 221. So about 19 grams difference. So it's not a lot. It's a little bit. So I mean, technically, you may feel a little bit more punch. In the version 2s, that may not be as the case because you've got that spring-loaded buffer system. So with the old buffers, it was a solid piece of plastic, or, you know, you was running like the Jaeger precision buffers. It's going to sort of impact a lot better. With having a spring there is going to absorb it a bit more. So there we go. The machining on these steel bolts, again, is very, very good. It's why that, I can't remember if I went over it in the last video, it's why we've sort of held off doing anything with our stainless steel bolts for these. So we did get them ready for manufacturing, and I just think it's going to be a bad business decision, because if these steel bolts are so good, we're not going to be able to compete with that price, even though we'd make a very, very nice shiny Gucci part. It's not worth you buying a stainless steel bolt from us to replace this stainless steel bolt. It's going to do the same job. So I'm not really one for making stuff for the sake of it, just as a, you know, a money earner. So if there's reason for it, we'll do it. If there's not, in this case, then maybe not. So what do you think of it? It's a bit of an odd model. Like I say, not a lot of people are even aware of what the RSAR is, but they've got so many models to choose from now. You've got the Virtuses, you've got the Spear LT 10.5s, you've got the Spear LT 11.5s, you've got the Rattlers, you've got the Spear LT Rattlers, you've got the RSAR, you've got the Hunter, and I'm hoping, you know, again, Salvo Precision, boys and girls, if you're listening, what I would like Salvo Precision to do next is it's actually a model I think Toxicant does, which is like the Spear SD. So it's got the new updated Spear front ends, but it's got an integrally suppressed front end. So if you guys at Salvo can do the Spear LT SD and have that come with a tracer, you're going to earn, well, I'm going to be buying another one. So hope you enjoyed it. There it is, the RSAR, you know, all the same great stuff as the Hunter, just a different model for you. So some of you like shotguns. I really do love shotguns. So there you have it. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked the video. And I was hoping to get some more stuff on my PTX, but I'm still waiting for the replacement parts because mine is affected. I have heard reports of people replacing the engines in them and they're still being bad. So I think I do think that Gate are going to be in a bit of bother with that PTX, but we'll get there when we do. So thanks for tuning in as always. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe will go a hell of a long way, but I'm not going to pressure you to do it. Just do it if you feel that I've done a good job. And as always, from me and Bench, thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.